Hi guys, welcome back to the Hear Me Out podcast with your host Obiseson Efeolua. If you are back, that means you definitely enjoyed something about episode 1. We brought you back for episode 2. And if you're a new listener, welcome. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in once again. I really appreciate the love. I really thank you guys. I got more listens than I anticipated. So I really thank you guys for that. Someone told me that before I start, I should give a shout out to some people. And since I don't have anyone in particular, I'd like to thank all my friends. You guys really came through. Like, I really didn't expect the love. Like, you guys pushed it, carried the matter on your head like it was yours. So I appreciate the love. And the second set of people I'd like to shout out are veterinary doctors in Jos. You guys are really wonderful. This week my dog was sick and you guys are fantastic. And my dog is back to what it loves doing the best, harassing plateau people. Yeah, in case you have not gotten by now, I really like my dog. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about before I start was my music. Someone told me that the music I'm using sounds like the background music for pornography. I don't know why she knows that or how she knows that, and I know she's going to be listening to this, so I'm starting to see her point. So the reason I use the music is because I like it, number one. I don't know why I like it, and it's not because of what you think, but it is free and it's on Anchor, which is what I use to record my podcast. So if you have any dope music you would like me to check out, especially unlicensed from any artist and beat maker, producer, please send it to me. I personally would love to use maybe Ashake's music, but I don't want Ashake to sue me. I don't have money to get sued by Ashake, so I'm using free music from Anchor. So thank you guys. If you really liked the last one, you will love this one. Please leave a review, especially if you're on Spotify. Review the episode 5 stars. Even if you hate it, please just review it. God no shame us. Review it, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Tell people. God no shame us, I beg. So once again, welcome to the Hear Me Out podcast. You guys are in for a ride. So before I start, I really like to apologize to everyone who tried to send in a voice message using the voice link. I don't know what the issue was, but for some reason I couldn't get the voice messages to use in this podcast. So I'm really sorry. I'll try to see how I can get it to work, hopefully for future episodes, so that I can get your stories in. So you guys start clearing your throat, buy TomTom, buy anything you use, so that your voice can sound very sexy. Someone told me my voice sounded very nice. It is strange considering I've listened to my voice before, and I just want to apologize to everybody who thinks about my voice the way I do. I'm really sorry. Please don't stop listening to the podcast anyway. But you get what I'm trying to say. Alright, so the next thing I would like to talk about from camp, something I remember very well, was the feeding. Now, on the first day of camp, everybody's fresh. Nobody's thinking about camp food. In fact, I think I went to camp on a Thursday. For that whole 3 days, you're loaded. I mean, what the fuck is camp food? How dare they even offer you that kind of rubbish? Yeah. Then by the time mommy have sucked your money for the first 2-3 days, somebody will now tell you, bros, you get kitchen. Then you remember you actually came with a food warmer, and they'll be like, let me even see what they are cooking. As per big boy now they will give you a meal ticket. The meal ticket, anytime you go to collect your meal, it will be ticked by the platoon on duty, somebody from the platoon or the kitchen officer. They will tick for the meal you are collecting before you collect your meal. Now, many of the big boys in camp, I salute you guys. Those who eat 3 square meals in Mami, those guys, their meal ticket looked as clean as the day they gave them. Some didn't even bother writing their name. Now, your meal ticket should carry your passport and your name and your state code. Those guys didn't give a shit. Like all these rich guys waiting concern them with kitchen food. That was rubbish. Now, there were some other people who kitchen food was their life. I had this guy in my room. He swore with heaven and earth that nothing will make him buy anything in Mami Market. I thought it was a joke, because I was like, what kind of thinking is this? This guy didn't do shit in Mami Market. Like, down to his trouser, this guy didn't patch it, and he was so distinguished because if you have ever watched Aladdin, there's a way Aladdin's trousers used to look. And couples tucking their trousers into their socks, especially when you're on your 6'7" or your 7'7". That was how this senior man looked. Like, I don't know what the beef was with Mami Market, but well, that was his own thing. So that was it. Feeding in campus. And for those who went to Mami Market, they're the ones who had the opportunity to see the high class babes. Now, also those who go to, you can also find chicks in the kitchen, but those people decided, nah, Mami. So if you had enough money and you're always going to eat in Mami Market, haba, you'll be meeting with the high class. You say if you go spend tire. But as I've said, my dad didn't give me 1 million to go to camp, so I was able to. I think I ate 1 to 2 meals a day, and if I was not eating, I would give my friend to go and eat the third meal. And then somebody saw my ticket and saw that most of the meals were ticked. I was like, wow, you like food, oh. Baba, shut the fuck up. So that was it. Now, most of what happens in camp, your day starts by 4:30. Camp is very, very busy. For those of you that think you go and chill in camp, I remember when I was in the criteria, somebody was like, make sure you take novels, this, that for your free time. That's a fucking lie. Nobody is going to have free time in camp. The only free time you have is usually on Sundays. And I think even on Sunday evening, you have parade or something like that. Yeah. So you wake up by 4:30. Yes, that's right. 4:30 a.m. And it's not like somebody will come and be like, senior man, I beg, stand up. No. Soldiers are going to play the bugle and come to every room and wake you up. They will tap you and make sure you stand up. Now, most guys, obviously, my first week in camp, I was so excited. Like, hell yeah, going to serve the nation. Fuck yeah. Before 4:30, man has woken up. You have taken your bath. You have worn your kicks and you're fresh. By the time sleep deprivation started getting to me, by the time they wake up, like, Baba, leave me, I beg. So that was it. The energy is usually high at the beginning. Towards the end, man, you just start to, man, fuck all this shit. Now, there were guys who were skinny, the skinny and tiny guys. They had a way of hiding in the room that soldiers could not catch them. Also, the rich guys. Now, I didn't emphasize this enough. Money, I can never emphasize, or should I say, I can't emphasize this enough in camp. Take money. Just see if you have any way of getting money to go to camp, take that money. If you rob a bank, please take the money. I don't know where you will get the money, but just take the money. Like, pack the money. I'm not saying you should do rituals, but if rituals is an option for you to take money to camp, just take the money. Now, as I was saying, most of these guys paid soldiers, so soldiers didn't disturb them, so you will hardly see them on the parade ground. The same money applies to Mami Market. Like, camp basically will be soft for you if you have money or you know how to dodge. One of those things. So, we that didn't have money, parade ground. Yeah, that was it. So basically, you wake up by 4:30, you go for parade. Now you are mixed, or should I say, you are your platoon. Your platoon in camp is like your family. Like, those guys are your guys. You have to accept it. And you guys are much, so you definitely meet different kind of characters doing. And I met a lot of cool guys. I'm still friends with a lot of guys from my platoon. Like, I had the coolest, they were pretty ladies, they were the funniest of guys. Like, man, as a platoon was just so fun. Your platoon, you basically engage in kitchen activities together, sporting activities, things like that. You engage in inter-platoon competitions and man-war drills. Just anything you do, just know that you're going to do your platoon, except when you're not on the parade ground. Then you won't be partaking in platoon activities. But any other thing, in fact, you also lead praise and worship. Yes, it goes turn by turn. You lead praise and worship as a platoon. Someone will read a poem or an article from the platoon every morning. And every morning, after the praise and worship and the Muslims have finished praying, you come together and then your day starts. Now, they will give you, I think, an hour for breakfast. You will take a break. Then you go for Saeed. Someone asked me what Saeed was. I honestly can't tell you. I think it was skill acquisition, entrepreneurship, development, or something like that. I can't even remember. The thing with Saeed is, it is 5 hours every day of pure agony. So I don't think there's anybody who actually goes to Saeed to learn. By the time you are done with like your second week, most people go to sleep. And the worst thing is you cannot use your phone because they'll seize it with your cap. So you have to pay attention and sleep. It was not just easy in camp. Like, Saeed was just so stressful, and then you have to enroll in some entrepreneurship because they think that's what you use to make money when you leave camp. And I went to join tailoring for some stupid reason. I thought by the end of camp I'll be an excellent tailor. And I ended up paying some money. I got his scissors, I got tape. I mean, those things were cool for snapping pictures, but yeah, I didn't really know how to use it. The man basically just robbed me. He just robbed me without a gun. So, Mr. IK, I know you're not going to listen to this, but God punish you. So, yeah, that was basically what side is. Now, for most people, you are going to join a club or a group in camp. I think there is COVID-19, there is Manual, there is OBS, there is band. Can't remember the other ones. Okay, there's sanitation. Now, for many of these things, you will not partake. The doctors are in like the health, doctors, nurses, medical lab. Those ones usually work in the clinic, so they are usually exempted from camp activities. Then old BS, they do the announcements. They don't really partake in parade stuff. Then I made the stupid decision to join band. As Peter Obi said, I took the advice from a madman. So, I had experience in all those stuff, so I decided I should join. Now, Ogun State has arguably the best camp band in Nigeria, so you can also check out their IG page. So I joined the band. Now, it was fun at first, but then their own was just different. When you should be socializing, you are playing drum. When you should be eating in the evening, you are playing drum. So at the end of the day, you are so exhausted, you can't even partake in your platoon drama and social activities. You are just so exhausted. And at the end of the day, I didn't even get posted to Abeokuta. Now, if you get posted to Abeokuta, you will continue the band. You guys will come to play for the next set, and So basically, it was a waste of my fucking time, and one of the biggest decisions I regretting. Like, it was, oh my god, it was the worst. Like, basically, I shouldn't have. But if I didn't join band, I would have met some dope people also. So, I say I regret it 80%, and I'm thankful 20%, to be honest. But if you take my advice, please join something else. Okay, yes, there was Red Cross. Now, guys who went to join Red Cross basically went to look for girlfriends. Guys who you see in Red Cross are usually womanizers, because women are likely to go to Red Cross. Now, Red Cross are the group that will carry people who will faint, and people who will faint on the parade ground. That's a must. So, if you see a guy in Red Cross, he's going to look for women. That was it, basically. Now, there was something I didn't get about camp. It was relationships. I mean, how do you go to camp for 3 weeks and then you enter into a relationship? That was something I didn't get. But enough people seem to do it. Like, you come, and also the issue of sex in camp. Like, why can't you just hold yourself for 3 weeks? I think in our set there was a lady who, got caught with a guy smashing. And I think she was married, and they had to send her home. And it's usually very common in camp. It's similar to Big Brother, but at least Big Brother, you guys have 3 months. But in camp, you have 3 weeks. I see people get into serious relationship. My boo, are you fucking kidding me? And people are even crying over relationship drama in camp. Like, nah, that's a joke. And as I said, because I was in band, I didn't really have time to socialize. So let's just say the whole dating and everything in camp for me was zero. In fact, it got so bad that our platoon officer had to ask me why she had not seen me very close with any lady. Asked me also if I was planning on becoming a reverend father. It's starting to look like a spiritual attack. I can just tell you. So that was basically. Now the next thing I want to talk about, parties and the social life in camp. Man, trust me, there will be parties and the social life is lit. Like, even NYSC will organize parties for you. I mean, you guys are not children, so you guys will have fun. I met the dopest guys in that regard. So your roommates will like to host parties, your platoon will like to host parties. And then the ballers and the short callers, they like to do the dorime. I mean, bro, why are you interrupting my music because you want the DJ to shout your name? Now, a drink of brews in camp goes for about 400, 600. And in the camp dorime, they will come with like a casket. It was a basket anyway. And it has about 6 drinks inside. And you are paying almost 6-7K for a drink that normally will cost about 3K in total. Or to 4 or so. And just because you want them shouting it. But then again, I've emphasized time without number. Take money. Now who get money, everybody know. So yeah, that's why I can easily do the math, because I didn't have money. So yeah, those who had money were able to do the dorime. Anyway, the social life is fun. So if you're not a social person, please try and be before you go to camp. Like that part is dope. You won't want to miss out on that fun. Like it's one of the best. Like I'm really thankful because after camp, I don't think I really attended any social event again till the end of my service here. So yeah, really make use of those times like you have in camp. So yeah, this podcast actually was longer, or should I say this episode was longer than I expected it to be, meaning we're going to have a part 3 of my NYSC camp experience. So if you are listening so far, I thank you very much. And once again, please do the needful. Tell your friends, tell your people. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening. To you guys that carry my matter on your head, you guys are the best. Wow, thank you guys for listening. This has been the episode 2 of the Hear Me Out podcast. I really appreciate you guys for making it this far. I really appreciate everyone who has reposted my links, who has told somebody about it. The episode 1, as I said, got far more reception than I expected. In fact, I was expecting to get something like maybe 5, and I was going to be happy with that, but I got almost 40. So I really appreciate you guys. For those of you on Spotify, please like, subscribe, listen, tell people about it, rate the show, comment, answer. And once again, I'll be leaving links at the end so that you guys can send your voice messages, and please repost, tell people, and I hope you enjoy it. And soon enough, we'll be taking suggestions of what you would like to hear. As I've mentioned before, I'll be having people on so that we can discuss on issues. So tell people about it. Drop your topics on what you want to hear. Just any way we can make the podcast better, because this is not just my thing, this is our thing. So I really appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you guys and catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much.